Jnanat Labte Sarvam. Students, today we will be starting up with chapter triangles. First of all, what is a triangle? Triangle is an enclosed figure which is bounded by three sides and which have three angles and they have three vertices. So in this chapter we will be discussing about first the congruence of triangle. So before the starting congruence of triangle, let us discuss what we understand by the congruence of figures. Congruence of figures, two figures can be congruent, like two squares can be congruent with each other, two line segments can be congruent with each other, two circles can be congruent with each other. So let us understand what is the basic difference between the what is congruence of figures basically. So let's take an example. Let's say that your class teacher has asked you to send some passport size photograph and a stamp size photograph for the registration purpose. So you have gone to a photographer and you have asked the photographer to click a photo of you, and then you have asked the photographer to develop the photos, and you have asked them to develop few passport size photographs and few stamp size photograph of the same photo. So suppose this is your photograph, this is one photograph and this is another photograph. Okay, so these two photographs are passport size photographs. Okay, second thing what you have done is you have taken this passport size photograph and then you have taken a stamp size photograph. Same photo is there. Here you have taken passport size photograph and here you have taken stamp size photograph. So what is the similarity when we are talking about passport size photograph and the stamp size photograph? We can see that in both the photographs the shape is same. Shape is same, isn't it? The shape, because they are the photo of they are being developed from the same photo, so the shape of the photograph will be same, but the size of the photograph is different, isn't it? So these two photographs which are having same shape but they are different in size are not congruent. They are not congruent. But if we look at the two passport size photograph, they will be of same shape and the size is also same. So these two passport size photographs which have same shape and same size are said to be congruent with each other. So now I hope you have got the understanding of congruence of figures, that two figures are said to be congruent if their shape and size is same. So two figures having same shape and same size are said to be congruent with each other. Like these two passport size photographs are having same shape and same size, they are congruent with each other. Similarly, we are having two squares ABCD and PQRS. They are also having same shape and same size. Shape is a square shape, both are square shape, and the size is also same. If both are having the say side 5 centimeter or 5 units, so both the squares are having same shape and same size, so they are congruent with each other. Similarly, two line segment, suppose each of 2 centimeters. So two line segment which are having same shape and same size, they are also congruent with each other. Similarly, two circles, so two circles with the same radius, say the first circle is of radius r and the second circle is also of radius r. So these two figures will also these two circles will also be congruent with each other. Now I hope you have understood the concept of congruence of figures. So one more thing to note over here, if the two figures are congruent, then in that case two congruent figures will have, number one, same shape and same size, and if the size and shape is same, so their area will also be equal. And one more thing to note over here is that they will be exact fit over each other. Okay, means if you try to fit this passport size photograph over this passport size photograph, then it will exactly cover each other. Similarly, these circles will exactly cover each other, line segment will exactly cover each other, square will exactly cover each other. But if we talk about stamp size photograph and passport size photograph, if stamp size photograph is, we try to cover the passport size photograph with stamp size photograph, it will not be exactly covered, some space will be left behind, so they will not be congruent with each other. I hope you have understood the concept of congruence of figures. Now we move to the congruence of triangles. So like the congruence of other figures, congruence of triangles means the two triangles which are having same shape and same size, obviously they will be having equal areas and they will be exact fit over each other. Now two triangles are said to be congruent if the sides, all the three sides and of one triangle are equal to all the three corresponding side of the other triangle, and all the three angles of one triangle are equal to all the three corresponding angles of the other triangle. Let us understand what does this statement means. So let's say we are having two triangles. This is triangle A, B, C, and this is triangle D, E, F. Okay, we are having two triangles, triangle A, B, C and triangle D, E, F, and it is given that if triangle A, B, C is congruent with, this is the sign of congruency. Okay, this sign means congruent. So if triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF, so if triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF, according to the above statement, the three sides and the three angles of triangle ABC should be equal to the corresponding sides and corresponding angle of triangle DEF. Okay, means what? If we start, say from vertex A, if we are starting from vertex A in triangle ABC, and we are starting from vertex D in triangle DEF, and we are moving the journey from vertex A to vertex B. So we are moving like this. So this is side AB, and similarly we are moving from D to E, so side DE. Okay, so side AB will be equal to side DE. Okay, means the side AB of triangle ABC will be equal to the corresponding side DE of triangle DEF. Okay. Similarly, if we move from B to C, if we are moving from B to C and from E to F in this triangle, so side BC is equal to side EF, corresponding side EF of triangle DEF, means this side is equal to this side. Clear? And the third side automatically C to A, we can say CA and AC are the same thing, will be equal to F to D or DF, so FD. So all the three sides of the triangle ABC are equal to all the three corresponding sides of triangle DEF. This is what it means, that the side of triangle ABC are equal to the corresponding sides of the other triangle, that is triangle DEF. Now the second thing, similar is the case with the angles. So if we are starting the journey from vertex A, so the angle A of triangle ABC, and here we are starting the journey from vertex D, will be equal to angle D. So here we can write angle A will be equal to angle D, that is the corresponding angle of the other triangle. Now from A we have moved to B, so angle B will be equal to angle E, that is the corresponding angle of triangle DEF, that is angle B is equal to angle E. Now the third angle which is left is angle C, it will be equal to angle F. So we say that angle C equals to angle F. Or we can also say that all the 6 elements, that is 3 sides and 3 angles of triangle ABC, will be equal to all the 6 elements of triangle DEF, corresponding 6 elements of triangle DAF, if triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. I hope it is clear. Now if it is the case and we are covering, and if the two triangles are congruent with each other, we can also say that when we cover triangle DEF with triangle ABC, it will be an exact fit. That means triangle ABC will cover triangle DEF exactly. So if we are covering triangle ABC, triangle DEF with triangle ABC, then we will see which vertex is overlapping over which vertex. The two vertex which are overlapping over each other will be called the corresponding vertex. So vertex A will come over vertex D. So we say that vertex A corresponds to vertex D. Similarly, vertex B will cover over vertex E. So we say that vertex B will correspond to vertex E, and the vertex C will cover over vertex F. So vertex C will correspond to vertex F. When we are there are two types of questions in this concept. First type of question is that we will be given up that the two triangles are congruent. Like here I have told you that if triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF, then we will write these 6 elements which are the corresponding equal to the corresponding elements. Okay, and but we will see that which when we are at second type of concept is that on the basis of these known elements we will prove that the given two triangles are congruent to each other. But when we are proving the congruency of two triangles, one thing we have to keep in mind that the corresponding vertex should match over each other. Like here if I say vertex A matches with vertex D, vertex B matches with vertex E, vertex C matches with vertex F. So if we check in this statement, that is triangle ABC congruent with triangle DEF, we can see here that the vertex A, this is the first vertex here, is matching with vertex D. Yes, vertex A is matching with vertex D. Now, vertex B should match, this is the vertex B. Vertex B should match with vertex E. Yes, vertex B is matching with vertex E. And the third one, that is the vertex C should match with vertex F. So yes, vertex C is matching with vertex F. So all the three vertices are matching. Similarly, this statement can also be written in some other form, but we have to make sure that the corresponding vertex should match. Like if we take this A to the right side of BC and take D to this right side of EF. So we can also write, here I am writing, triangle BCA is congruent with triangle EFD. So here also the vertex are matching. B is matching with E, C is matching with F, A is matching with D. All the three vertices are matching. So this is correct. And we can also write it as, if we write this this AB on the side of C, that is CAB, triangle CAB matches with FDE, triangle FDE. So this is also correct, since the vertex are corresponding vertices are matching with each other. But we cannot write triangle ABC matches with triangle EFD. This is wrong. Why? This is wrong. The statement will be wrong. Why this is wrong? Because if we say that vertex A be triangle ABC congruent with triangle EFD, so we say that vertex A should match with vertex E, but here vertex A is not matching with vertex E. In fact, vertex B is matching with vertex E and A is matching with D. So this will be wrong statement. So while proving the congruency, you have to keep this in mind, that the vertices, the corresponding vertices should match when you are writing the statement of congruency between the two triangles. I hope the concept is clear now. Okay, here in this example I have taken one more example. Here if I am saying triangle ABC and triangle DEF, it is given that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. Now so if triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF, then the vertex A will be corresponding to vertex D, vertex B will correspond to vertex A correspond to vertex D, vertex B will correspond to vertex E, and vertex C will correspond to vertex F. Hope this is clear. Now if this is the case, then angle A will be equal to angle D, angle B will be equal to angle E, and angle C will be equal to angle F. And if we look at the line segment, then the line segment AB will be equal to the line segment DE, line segment BC will be equal to line segment EF, and the line segment AC will be equal to DF. That is, AB will be equal to DE, that is AB will be equal to DE. Now we are moving from D to E in this and A to B in this, and the line segment BC, this one, will be equal to line segment EF, that is this one. Okay, and then line segment AC will be equal to line segment DE. Okay, So AB equals to DE. So AB is equal to, sorry, just wait a second. Sorry, AB is equal to DE. AB is equal to DE, and BC is equal to EF, and AC is equal to DF. So this will be three lines. AC equals to DF, and BC is equal to BC is equal to EF. This BC is equal to EF, and AC equals to DF. It is clear? Now let us take a look at one example, then it will be more clear. If triangle ABC and triangle QRP is given, and it is given that angle A is equal to 55 degree, angle B is equal to 65 degree, angle C is equal to 60 degree. Similarly, angle R is equal to 55 degree, angle Q is equal to 60 degree, angle P is equal to 65 degree. Okay, so and the line segments are given. Line segment AB is given equal to 5 units, BC equals to 4 units, and AC equals to say 6 units. Similarly here, line segment PQ is given equal to 4 unit, and QR is given 6 units, and PR is given 5 units. So we need to check whether these two triangles are congruent or not. Okay, we need to, what we have to do, we need to check whether these two triangles, the triangle ABC and triangle PQR, are congruent. We need to check the congruency of these two triangles. So how we can check this? How can the congruency of the two triangles be checked? So for that, what we need to do is we'll start from a point in triangle ABC. Let's say we are starting point triangle from point A. We're starting from point A, okay, and we are moving towards the point B. So point AB is given how much? AB is given 5. So let us check whether this AB 5 units is equal to any of the corresponding sides in triangle PQR. So AB is 5 unit and PR is 5 units. So it is equal to PR 5 units. So we will write AB is equal to PR. Okay, understood? Then after that we say that point B, at point B, after the side we will say what? We will see the angle, that is angle B. What is angle B? Angle B is 65 degree. 65 degree. And if we are moving from P to R, the next angle will be R. So the angle R, what is the angle R? Angle R is 65? No, angle R is 55 degree. So, and if we take the other side, that is if we take a look at angle Q, so angle Q is again how much? So if we take a look at the two sides of line segment AB, angle B is 65 degree, angle R is given 55 degree. It is not equal to 65. So the other side is angle this P. So angle P is 65. Yes. So angle P is equal. So we can write, we are moving from A to B in this direction, and from not from P to R, instead we are moving from R to P. We are moving from R to P. So the angle, this angle, that is angle B, is equal to angle P. Okay. Now after R to P, now if we are again moving to the side PQ, and here we are moving to side BC. So the value of BC should be equal to the side PQ. Let us see what is BC. BC is given 4 units. Okay. And PQ is also given 4 units. Yani BC is equal to PQ. Yes, indeed they are equal. So BC is 4 units and PQ is also 4 units. So they are equal. Now again we will take a look at angle Q. So angle Q and angle C. Sorry. Angle Q and angle C. So angle C, what is angle C? Angle C is 60 degree. And angle Q, what is angle Q? Angle Q is also 60 degree, that is equal. So angle C of triangle ABC is equal to angle Q of corresponding angle, that is angle Q of triangle PQR. Okay. Now again when we move from C to A, so the side CA, what is side CA? The side CA is AC, that is 6 units. So CA is equal to, what is the next side here? Side Q, that will be QR. So QR is, what is QR? QR is 6, that is side CA is equal to QR. Okay, that is 6 units, both are 6 unit each. So we say that this is equal. Okay. Now what is left? Last angle is left, that is angle A here. So what is angle A? Angle A is 55. And the next one is here angle R. Angle R is also 55. So we say that angle A is equal to angle R. So means we are moving from, we started the journey from vertex A. So we are taking one angle, then one side, then angle, side, like this we are moving. Here also we are moving from vertex R. So angle, side, like this. So we have seen that all the 6 elements, all the 3 sides of triangle ABC and all the 3 angles of triangle ABC are equal to the corresponding 3 sides and the corresponding 3 angles of triangle PQR. So we say that these 2 triangles are congruent with each other. But now we have to see what are the corresponding vertices. We have to write when we will be writing the congruency, we have to see that the corresponding vertices should match. So the best, if all the 3 angles are given, the best thing is that we will match the angles. So angle B is matching with P. So we can write vertex B matches with vertex P. Vertex C, angle C is equal to angle Q. So vertex C is matching with vertex Q. And vertex A is matching with vertex R. So we can write triangle BCA is congruent with triangle PQR. Or we can also write, if we start from C, that is CAB, triangle CAB is congruent with triangle QRP. Okay. And we can also write, if we start from A, that is ACB is congruent with triangle RQP. Sorry, ACB, yes, RQP. Again I am checking BCA PQR CAB QRP and ACB RQP. So the corresponding vertices are matching. So we can write it either this or this. or this. All the three statements are correct. But if we are writing something else, like if we are writing triangle ABC and triangle PQR, that won't be correct, because in that case the corresponding vertices will not match with each other. Now I hope you have understood this concept of congruency. Now we will be moving with the concept of types of congruency in the next video. Thank you, class.